اهلا بيكم في جولات ميكو. احنا النهارده في لوس انجلوس، ولايه كاليفورنيا بالتحديد في امريكا الشماليه. وعلشان نعرف لوس انجلوس واللي هي بتحتوي على مكان اللي هو من احسن الاماكن اللي بتصنع السينما في العالم. بعد ما تجولنا في طبيعه كاليفورنيا، آن الأوان نتجول في أشهر ما تقدمه لوس أنجلوس للعالم، وهي السينما. احنا في هوليود او في جبال هوليود. جبال هوليود واللي هي الاول ما كانتش موجوده عشان السينما ولا عشان الفيلم، كانت موجوده علشان تبيع عقارات. كانت شركه حطت الكلمه بتاعتها هوليوود لاند عشان تبيع عقارات. بعد كده الموضوع اتغير واصبحت هي رمز من رموز السينما العالميه، وبتتكتب هنا على الجبال، وبتيجي الناس تتصور مع 9 حروف دولت من كل حته في العالم. أنا عايز أقول لكم حاجة مهمة جدا بالنسبة لل9 حروف هوليود اللي ورايا، اللي هي كانت زمان مضيئة دايما باللمض، وكانوا معينين واحد علشان كل شوية اللمض دي بتتحرق، فكان كل ما اللمبة تتحرق لازم حد يطلع يغيرها، وعملوا له كشك وخلوها هناك. بس لما لقوا الموضوع إن اللمض دي بتتغير كتير، والناس اللي هنا بدأت تشتكي من كمية الضوء اللي بيجي عندهم بالليل، وخصوصا الناس اللي هنا مش أي ناس، الناس اللي هنا بيسكن فيها أغنى ناس وأغنى أماكن تعتبر في العالم، من أغنى بيوت العالم هنا هوت، لأن هي بيوت فنانين، بيوت ممثلين عايزين يسكنوا جنب هوليود وجنب الصناعة. اختاروا المكان هنا بالتحديد وكاليفورنيا، وخصوصا لوس أنجلوس لحسن الجو. الجو هنا دايما في شمس على طول، وكمان لاختلاف الطبيعة اللي موجودة في كاليفورنيا. فهنا كانوا يقدروا يصوروا طول السنة، عايزين ينزلوا شتاء بيحطوا مية، عايزين يعملوا تلج بيعملوا شكل التلج. عندهم هنا هو كل الموارد الطبيعية اللي تقدر تساعدهم ان هم يعملوا افلام طول السنة. يلا بينا. اهلا وسهلا بيكم في جولات ميكو. دلوقتي احنا بالتحديد في منطقه هوليود، وعلشان نبقوا محددين اكتر احنا في المسرح الصيني، واللي هو اشهر مسارح وسينما في العالم. من قلب هوليود والمكان اللي هم صدروا السينما للعالم، الناس اللي هم بداوا بحاجه اسمها ذا بيكتشرز، واللي هي الصور، حطوا صوره جنب صوره جنب صوره عشان يتكون الفيلم. انا جاي اخد صوري هنا هو من قدام المسرح الصيني، وهنخش جوه نتقابل مع ليفاي واللي هو المدير العام بتاع المسرح، واللي هيشرح لنا نبذه صغيره عن المسرح ذو التاريخ العظيم. يلا بينا. People. اهلا بيكم. احنا دلوقتي في المسرح الصيني، ومعانا المدير العام للمسرح ليفاي، واللي هيحكي لنا النهارده عن المسرح ازاي نشأته وازاي نشأ في هذا المكان طول الزمان. Levi, thanks again for inviting us, and please tell us about this magical place.
Cool. Well, we're honored to have you here. So this is the TCL Chinese Theatre IMAX. It's the biggest IMAX theater in the world. This is where 95% of the world premieres take place at. Everything from Star Wars, Titanic, Avatar, wow, Wizard of Oz, King Kong. They've all had their big premieres right here.
Here, it all starts from here. Why is Chinese?
Well, our original owner, Sid Grauman, he was very impressed with the beauty and grandeur of the Chinese architecture style. And so he chose that to be the theme of the theater, just a loosely based interpretation of it.
Great, because when I come, I've seen all the details of the around the place here. It's amazing. And I say, why in the middle of Hollywood, in one of the best places that produces cinema and TV in the world, the most famous theater in America is Chinese. So I was wondering, I thought it was Chinese, but I didn't know the inspiration. And all the movies are like, they make their premiere here.
Yep. Yeah, so a vast majority of the premieres take place here. So, like, for example, we recently had the premiere here for Game Night. So we had the stars of that film here, including Rachel McAdams and Jason Bateman. Last year, we saw premieres here for Jumanji, the new Jumanji movie with Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
And Kevin Hart.
Yeah, and then Spider-Man Homecoming premiered here last year as well, too. So it's a huge part of the cinematic experience, you know, going on almost 91 years now.
The Chinese theater here, apart from the premiere, why is it so famous and why is it so important for the Hollywood culture?
Of course, our hand and footprints out front, which began as an accident back in 1927. It is now the longest running awards tradition in Hollywood. It predates the Academy Awards by about 2 years. It predates the Walk of Fame by about 30 years. And it still is continued on to this day.
As I was saying outside, the fingerprints of Marilyn Monroe, the handprint, is the most famous.
Yes.
How did it start, the whole thing? And why is this one is the most famous?
Well, the handprints began as an accident. Silent film star Norma Talmadge was walking through and stepped into wet cement. Sid Grauman saw this, and the idea struck him right there as a great way to promote the opening of the theater. And he just had that inspiration. And he used it as a way to promote the theater, but also promote the careers of the actors and actresses, and producers and directors and so on and so forth in the movie industry. And it's, again, 91 years now. We've been doing these hand and footprint ceremonies as a tradition.
Most of the accidents that happen to do with the Chinese theater, they're all good accidents.
Yep.
They all actually good accidents.
All happy accidents.
Yeah. Well, we like happy, no?
Yes, very much so.
My ultimate question, did you guys host any Oscars here?
We did. We actually were the first theatrical venue that hosted the Academy Awards. We had them back in the 1940s. 44, 45, and 46, the Oscars were held here. 44, Casablanca won Best Picture inside this theater. So right here, where we're sitting at, was where our stage used to be, and Casablanca won Best Picture here. It was the 16th, 17th, and 18th Academy Awards. The first were across the street at Roosevelt. You know, of course, now they're held next door, but we were the first theater to host the Academy Awards.
With all of these seats, can we still manage to have the same view? Because you how much is the capacity here?
So we have 932 seats inside this theater, and one of the things that was very important to us when we became an IMAX auditorium was to make sure that everyone still had a great view of the screen, whether you were in the front, the back, the side, or the middle, you get a great view of the screen. And with this many seats, with this size screen, everyone gets a great view of the screen. In fact, back in 2014, when Interstellar was opening up, right before it opened up, in the weeks leading up to it, the director, Christopher Nolan, came here to the theater, and he literally sat in every single seat throughout the entire auditorium, watching footage from Interstellar to make sure it was exactly what the audiences were going to get, exactly what he wanted them to get.
Go with your imagination. Try to remember.
Yeah.
Who had my seat before me? Like any of the artists, any of the actors you remember?
I mean, there are plenty of stars. I mean, at some point or other, every major star from 1927 through today has been in here at some point or other. And there are certain people who have preferred seats and favorite seats. There are some where when you have a premiere going on inside here, you know, well, for example, where we're sitting at right now, a few years ago when we had the premiere for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. We actually had, that was such a huge premiere. You had stars who were not in the film who were invited. There were so many of them that they were down here in the front row. So like where you're sitting at right here for that premiere, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they actually, John Travolta and his family were sitting in this row, in this section right here, in these seats. Over on that side over there, that's where like Britney Spears and some of her family were sitting watching the movie as well too. Even down, you know, so down in the front and down in the back and sides. That's, some of these premieres get so many huge stars coming out because they're such big movies that they'll be throughout the entire auditorium.
So this is my camera, let's see. Okay, all right. Take one with the main man.
Cool.
If you talk about Chinese theater, he's the main man. Oh my God, I have a crazy hair. But it's okay because all the people who come here, mostly they have a crazy hair. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm in the theater where all the crazy people come.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you again.
Cool, my pleasure. Thank you.
Pleasure is
Yes.
mine. ومن المسرح للمتحف. المتحف اللي بيلعب دور كبير في جمع مقتنيات السينما الأمريكية واللي استخدمت في فيلم يوما ما. على فكرة دلوقتي احنا قاعدين هنا اهوت في متحف هوليود واللي هو فيه مقتنيات كتيرة من صناعة السينما على عبر العصور. معانا دينيل واللي هي مؤسسة وصاحبة المكان هنا اهوت هتحكي لنا عنه. هاي دينيل, how are you?
Hi, how are you, Miko?
Very well. I'm so glad and honored to be here and thank you for the time. Despite I know how many channels you have today, you give us the time. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But before we start, I want to tell you, you are the second Miko that I have met in my lifetime. First one was the son of Marlon Brando, the very famous Academy Award-winning actor.
Of course.
And his name is Miko Brando. We went to school together.
Check.
And now I've met you.
Yeah, I'm Miko Brando Jr.
There you go.
Question here, you have such a beautiful place. Can you tell me about this place and how did you get it done like this?
Well, Miko, thank you for asking because, you know, it's a labor of love. It's a passion for me. My goal was to do a love letter back to the community of Hollywood, showcasing their most important export, which was Hollywood entertainment, film, television.
You started this place and you start collecting items from different movies and sets, as I can see, the old cameras, the lights. What do you have in here?
Well, it's thrilling because this was actually the original Max Factor makeup studio, and during Hollywood's golden age, Max Factor was the makeup king of Hollywood. So every movie star came in this building and was made up in the world famous Blondes Only room where Marilyn Monroe got her blonde hair, the Redheads Only room where Lucille Ball, America's greatest comedian, got her fire engine red hair, the Brunettes Only and the Brownettes Only room. So we thought this was a perfect location since all these movie stars had come here for years, for decades to get their look, and that was the look we saw on the silver screen and on the television screen. This would be the perfect spot to showcase all these exhibits talking about Hollywood motion pictures and televisions for the last 100 years.
How important was picking like all of these special items from different sets?
Well, it is extremely important, and it was the combination of picking items that were iconic, where all the public recognized, and then pairing that with items that supported it, but maybe either not that recognizable or the public didn't think was so important. But when we show it with the clip from the film or from the television show, that's when they recognize, oh, now I understand. Now I finally understand why this is here and that was there and why they were put together and why the star held it a certain way or why the star used the prop in a different way.
Are you guys affiliated with the Walk of Fame? Do you guys do all of the stars in the Walk of Fame?
No, the Walk of Fame is a separate entity. It is with the Hollywood Historic Trust, but I am chair of the Hollywood Historic Trust. And we work with the Historic Trust and with the Chamber of Commerce here in Hollywood to do that.
Because thanks to you as well, again, it was provided the service here to showcase how they do the star from beginning to an end. And I thought that might had a link with you guys, but
well,
still.
In a way, it does, because we are the only location that has the exhibit of the Walk of Fame that shows the photographs of the celebrities receiving their Walk of Fame stars and to show how it is made. And so we are authorized to do that, and we're thrilled about that.
It's time for a selfie. Let's do it. And people take selfies with phone, I take them with cameras.
Fabulous.
You told me that you know a few Arabic words. Please spit the lyrics.
Oh, well, it's Habib and Habibi.
حبيبي and حبيبة. حبيبي بو بو بو. يلا بابا على السلامة. I'll just introduce you a little bit in Arabic in a strange language so nobody understands.
If you talk slowly, I'll understand. If you go fast, I'll be lost.
Okay. You understood that? No, because I was.
Yeah, actually I did.
Yeah.
And shame on you.
It was gibberish. First of all, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to be with you and my friends in the Middle East.
Thank you. So tell us about the book.
It is the book about the greatest singer who ever lived, Ella Fitzgerald. And between these very heavy covers is everything you'd ever want to know about the music, but everything about her personal life you need to know to understand who Ella was and how she became the legend that she became, and why we're still standing here talking about her in the 21st century.
Exactly. And is it out today?
Today. This is literally the first book off the press.
This one?
This one. This
Wow.
is #1.
Wow, this is amazing. Now we talk about your music career.
Well, I've been singing from my supper since I'm 15 years old, so it's been a long, because 15 years old, that's at least 18, 20 years for me.
Oh,
But,
yeah, I know.
Shh, don't tell anybody. But I'm a jazz singer
17.
also,
Okay.
and I'll be traveling all around America and hopefully maybe coming to your part of the world, singing Ella's canon and bringing her music forward, and Ella would want that. She wants people that you can, in this century now, buy a DVD or download a concert and still enjoy Ella Fitzgerald would please her so much.
It's amazing because so many people didn't get to know about her that much. So it's great that you're telling us about it.
And there are so many great singers, even contemporary singers, who call it, the Great American Songbook. That was Ella Fitzgerald's idea of singing songbooks of the great American composers. She started all of that, and everybody has sort of glommed onto her train, following her lead, because she opened the doors on so many levels for African Americans in this country and around the world, for women.
Yes.
Ella became famous in the 1930s when African Americans did not have it easy.
Yeah,
and women did not have it easy. And around the world, still there are some troubles with those things.
Of course.
But she has shown that women are capable and can achieve and still be feminine and have respect for men.
It's amazing. Well, Jeffrey, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll come and translate for them if they can't read it.
Please. Can you say any Arabic words?
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. احنا هنا مع واحد من المحليين والناس اللي هاجرت هنا لأمريكا، من أوائل الناس، وكان صاحب أول رحلة تجولية، أول جولات في هوليود كلها، في لوس أنجلوس أو في جنوب كاليفورنيا. هنفهم منه إيه الموضوع بالظبط. Hello, come in.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Welcome to LA, as I say.
Yeah, welcome to LA. That's it. And not just LA, Hollywood.
Absolutely. Hollywood
Amazing.
itself, the heart of the cinema industry. The company started in 1935. That was the original company with two little limos, and it was called Bud's Limo Service. But in 1968, we bought into the company. My partner bought into the company. He was my brother-in-law, actually, Vahid, and he started the new name of Starline. We run all of the tours from here.
From here, so they come, they get their tickets from here and they just go straight away.
And then we have new tours, which are like the movie locations tour, which is based on actual movies or the big
Like
cinema.
Multiple Drive.
Well, it's a mobile cinema, so we show the film and we take people to the locations where those films were done. We try to show people what Hollywood is like, what the film industry is like, and this is the real essence of what people come to see. It's an entertainment industry, and we try to entertain you the whole time that you're here.
اهلا وسهلا بيكم. دلوقتي احنا بناخد جوله هنا عشان الشمس مش موجوده، ممكن الدنيا تبقى ساقعه. حاطط البطانيه دي وان شاء الله هجيب مخده عشان اكمل. في شيء سحري في كاليفورنيا، خصوصا في لوس أنجلوس. حلقتنا خلصت بس جولتنا لسه. نشوفكم المرة الجاية على أشهر سجادة حمراء في أكبر مهرجان تقدمه السينما العالمية، وهو الأوسكار. في الحلقة دي أنا شفت بيوت الفنانين وشفت هم ساكنين فين. الحلقة اللي جاية هشوف بيصنعوا السينما فين وبيستلموا جوائزهم فين برضه.